All right, let me go ahead and put this out into the atmosphere. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and say something about this. I saw some and still got something to say about it. Let me lead up to it a little bit. As we all know, well, you know what? Let me just put it like this, okay? Let's just say, and this is not hypothetically, it's true, okay? I don't know how many years you've been doing this, but okay, and so you're dropping a beat, right? Another beat, but let's just say a 2024 beat, right? I don't know how long you've been doing it, because you could have been doing it before I ever heard of you. See, when I heard of you, all you was doing was Teresa Martin, and I pray that woman is safe, because you never know who's lurking and stalking and looming over her and hovering over her all in her life. Not just the social media life, the real life. That's how you get down. But here's the part I never understood. How you pissed because your name's out here, but you put it out here. You put it out here. On your channel, you had a link to your IMDb. I went over there, there was your name. I mean, are you people just that stupid? But then you're so much better than stuff. Let's find out. I'm just wanting to know, right? Because here we are in 2024, right? You drop a beat. I done dropped the whole collaboration. I done been all over the place for at least 4 days minimum. Minimum. And let's just say it's coincidence. Well, now you're deciding you're wanting to do something got to do with music. Uh, I'm gonna listen to it, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. You're not gonna have. I mean, you're not gonna like it. You're gonna have a big problem with it. Cause I already got a problem with it. I see all the way through it already. But I'll listen to it. I ain't gonna play it live though. I'll press mute while I play it. And I'll just play a minute of it. Break it down into 15-second increments. And I'll give you my honest critique about it. But I can tell you right now, you're not gonna like it. And y'all can run tell whoever it is. It ain't gonna change anything over here. See, I like my zero. It'll never stay at zero. Ooh, I came back just in time, didn't I? Still gotta touch it. Still gotta put still hand on it. Make it right. But I've told you, you will forever have to do that. You will forever be associated with that girl who's deceased. That's your legacy. I mean, I wouldn't want it. Apparently, you don't want it either. But you had to do it. I've always seen through it. First time I spoke about it, you probably couldn't believe somebody out there had something to say about you. Still did it. And still not afraid of you, not even in 2024. No matter what all you done did, I wouldn't be afraid of you in real life because I know you can go back to a penitentiary. You can go back there again. I think some people want to get locked up. They call that being institutionalized. best. Can't make it out here in society, right? A little show and tell and what all you do and all of that. I can see through the thumbnail. I never have to click on none of your stuff. I never have to listen to nothing you're saying. It's the same old thing. I listened to that one video where you said you was gonna punch somebody in the mouth. I heard that one. That's a threat. Some people like it. I don't feel no kind of way about you. To me, you just anybody else up on here. You always have been that. Even from my very first commentary speaking about you. Don't matter about a number. This is going out into the atmosphere. Now, if I wanted to, I can make sure you see it, but why bother? They'll get word about it. Either you'll get wind of it some kind of way, I imagine. Sorry about that, y'all. Stuff mic is too close to stuff mouth. Isn't it funny? Folk be want to bust folks in the mouth, hear stuff mouth ill. It's crazy. Pun intended. Literally crazy. It's a lot of them on here. They put on this song and dance and ooh, you're so beneath me. I mean, I've heard that so much, but then when you look at what you're supposed to be beneath, you're not beneath. You just never are beneath. But I can guarantee you're not gonna like this. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out the way as far as why you're not gonna like it. I don't even have to listen to it. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna listen to it. I don't have to. Let me just look at the thumbnail. I had it up. And there it is. Let me turn the volume down. I don't know. I don't know how this works. It's kind of different. I don't think I should do it that way. Do it a different way. But you're the poster child for somebody who's deranged, a deranged psychopath. That's what you are. But you're not the only one. You have a lot of company. It's a lot of them out here like y'all. It's a heap of them. Okay, let me tell you something. First of all, if you have to listen to somebody else to create a beat, you're just a copycat. You're not an innovator. You can't create your own sound. You got to copy somebody else's sound. And aren't you one of the big shots over here? That speak volumes. And all your stuff like that too. All that I've ever seen. It's all like that. Here's some famous artist beat, and then here's some other famous artist beat. That's how you do it. You have to do it like that. You know it, and I know it. I see right through this. You know why you can't create your own sound? You don't have your own self. I don't know what happened to you, but I know it was real bad. And that penitentiary didn't fix it. Whatever it is, it's still broke. And they're gonna always be broke. That's why folk like you, certain things you gonna always do up on these apps. When you feel intimidated by somebody or somebody isn't bowing down to you, or I don't know what these other folks is giving you. I've never seen all that to be giving you anything except, to me, you have always been just anybody else up on here. And that's it. I've never seen anything other than that. And look at the work that went into all of that. And then you have to have a picture of somebody else on your stuff and their name. Huh? And you drop one beat, 1 beat, 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Mine be a minute. And then I move on to the next one. I mean, if I want to know what it sounds like, all I got to do is go to whoever that guy name is, the one that you're imitating. All I got to do is just type his name in and find how his music sounds. Let's have a moment of silence for some hardcore truth up in here. It's always going to be like that over here. You're not going to like it. I told you that. There's no need to reference your name. You know who you are. You're a straight up psychopathic monster. And I don't fear you. I never have. I know there's a lot of people like you that are locked up in a penitentiary somewhere. I know that for a fact. That's why they build them. That is why they are built. But yet, not only are you on the street, you up on the internet. Or haven't you been banned from Instagram 3 times? Still made sure of that. That's the least I could do. What all you done to me? But do what it is you do. I've always seen you for what you are. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. You're a knockoff. Your whole identity is a knockoff of somebody else. It's somebody else like that too. The one would look white, the one what you tag in your stuff because you want to ride their coattails. Even though you talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with them, that ain't the only person you done did that to. You did that to what, MTV, VH1, The Breakfast Club. You a fraud. You are a straight up fraud. I've always seen through you. I had a lot to say about you. You know why? Because you were that much of a fraud. And I crossed every T and I dotted every I. And I didn't mind. It took a long time for that to process. That's why I do lives. I don't have to process nothing on the lives. YouTube do it. So I don't care about the views. It don't matter. I know somebody like you always gonna be out there. Or somebody will pass it to you. They'll let you know Stuck had something to say about you. Yeah, Stuck don't fear you. You just in the old body. Matter of fact, you ain't never been all that to me. But that's just me. I mean, how many people, what? Over 50,000 other people, right? Right? But you're doing all of this to Stuck. Yeah, people like you need to be locked up in a penitentiary somewhere. In your case, again, because it ain't like you ain't already been there. I mean, let's just call it what it is. That's the element of you. I would imagine that's the kind of company you keep. People like that. Matter of fact, let me lock down this channel. But no, I mean, there's no need for me to listen to anything over there. I mean, I see the thumbnail. You have to hear somebody else to come up with the sound. Otherwise, you can't. You can't do it. And I know it's hard. I know. I didn't know I could do it. But it's easier now. For me, at least. I would never sit up and just like dedicate hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to one beat. I wouldn't. I no, I can't do nothing like that. That's too much. And then to call myself a superstar or whatever because I what imitated somebody else's beat that I'm probably sitting there listening to and pausing it as I create my beat. No, other people not gonna say that. Stoker said, and you know what? I still had to guess. It's probably true. Either that or you heard the whole song from beginning to end, however many times, and then you decided to try to repeat it, try to clone it, try to make a carbon copy of it some kind of way. You don't have anything to work with. You have to work with somebody else's foundation. A lot of people out there like you. You're the weakest kind. So intimidated by somebody like me. I know why. You envy the envy in you. That's why you all pull out all the stops to win at something, anything. And then you have to cheat to do that even. And then look what you're reduced to, right? Ooh, look who I heard somebody beat, so I'm gonna try to, mimic it. Wow. Man, a lot of y'all out there like that. I don't know nothing about the rest of them. I know about you though a little bit. I know what you're capable of. I know what you are. I know the kind of company you keep. I've already said all how I feel about you. You don't need going through all that again. That's what got you like you are now. And guess what? You're gonna be like that for the rest of your life. And it don't have anything to do with stuff. Does stuff mortify you? I think stuff mortified you. The very first time stuff spoke about you. Didn't like it, huh? Can't take criticism. You don't like to be criticized. I was just telling the truth. What I saw. And now we're here, right? Not even a week into 2024. If I had to guess, you've been so busy doing all these unscrupulous things that you had to take time out to do a beat, and it's probably a beat that you already had recorded. If I had to guess, but I ain't trying to stop your success. That's why I took them videos down. And now I see, you know what? It didn't even matter. You a monster either way. I mean, I already knew that, but I'm like, I mean, some people, I don't know, maybe they go through life and eventually they have to get locked up again. Honestly, I'm shocked you have not been locked up because I'm sure you've done all kind of illegal things. I know you had to be doing something over there on Instagram to get banned 3 different times. Can't take no for an answer, can you? Can't take no for an answer. Well, the answer always no with stuff. So that would explain why all y'all does what all y'all does. And do what you do. Do what you do. Put on your song and dance. Ooh, look how great I am. And ooh, look how This channel don't have that, and then I got it. You know what? It's like little kids who didn't get called into the other room and they don't know what's over in there in the other room. It's cupcakes in the other room and cookies because they excelled in some kind of way. Y'all get up on here, ooh, and you fabricate all this stuff, you rig it all up. But at the end of the day, I don't look at any of that. I look at what you're doing, and then I see it, and I see it for how pitiful it is. I see it for how pitiful it is. I really do. But no, I'm not gonna click over there. I ain't been clicking. Ain't no need me clicking now. I'll let them other 50,000 folks click. How about that? Oh, 50,000 plus. I'll let them click over there, and I'll check back. Okay. I won't be clicking though. I'll just check back and look at the thumbnail. If I had to guess, you're gonna take it down. And how you do it? You take it down, don't you? Huh. That's okay. I've done it too. But I've never done all the different things that you've done up on here. People like you. That's why y'all are banned from over here. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm not even interested enough in the beat or whatever it is to even click on it. That's how disinterested I am. But I will talk about it. How you're just a knockoff. You're a knockoff. You have to be a knockoff. It ain't nothing to start from. It ain't nothing to build from. You're just some random knockoff, some cheap knockoff. I don't have to call your name. You know who you are. They'll get it back to you. You know, stuff has something to say. And you know what? And depending on what you're doing, stuff might have some more stuff to say too. But I never have to click. I always know what you're up to. You're always up to no good. You're always up to no good. That's why I'm shocked you haven't been locked up by now. I'm shocked. But then again, you could have. I mean, it ain't like I'm checking on any of that. But if I had to guess, no, you're not. Because, you know, didn't you used to like schedules? You have stuff scheduled every day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. I mean, it's crazy. Ooh, I'm all this and I'm all. No, you're a security guard that may have gotten a role or two as a extra. And I don't want to stand in the way of that. I hope to get to another role as a security, as an extra, because that's what you do. And on YouTube, Teresa Martin and all of that, that's what you do. And that's what you will forever be tied to. Now you can take pictures of wherever it is you work at and all of that and claim that, you know, this and that, whatever lies you need, you gotta need them. Stars don't have to convince people that they're a star. You print up flyers, putting 3 and 4 flyers on the same house, on the same trees. You're just a con artist. I've always seen that. But you do a lot of illegal stuff. You're probably willing to go back to a penitentiary depending on the circumstances, aren't you? You seem like that type to me. I remember when when they took your channel and you was on, you had built another channel. You was gonna start back doing those videos on that dead girl all the way back over again. Because you did that on the first channel, the second channel, the third channel, the fourth channel. That's what you would do to build that back up. Tell even more lies on top of lies. And the smut and the filth up on here, I guess they worshipped you for doing that. That says a lot about them. They blocked from over here too, and banned. I don't care. It's out there in the atmosphere. Be glad that I took the other thing down. What? You want me to put that back up instead? No, I think I like it like this. I don't have to call your name. Don't have to put your picture up, your name in the title. You ain't tagged or nothing. But I don't fear you because you know what? You as evil as they come and wicked and criminal. If you that good, you never would have got locked up in the first place, would you? If you're that good. I believe there had to be some truth to that. What happened with those underage girls. I believe that. Let me put that out there. I believe every word of it. And it's nothing that's fabricated. It's out there. I'm not looking for it. I ain't talking about it. I don't care nothing about it. But I know it's somebody like you doing all kind of stuff up on these apps. And then I'm assuming there's other victims like Stug who are the recipient of what you sit around and do. If I had to guess, I'll never know how many of you there are. But it doesn't matter. I know what you are. You're evil. You can hover and lurk over me, but every now and then I just glance over and see what it is you're doing. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, same old, same old. Same old crook, same old con artist, same old fraud, same old knockoff, different lies. I see through all of it, all the manipulations, putting yourself in pictures with people that ain't even there. It's sick. Who does that? Who does all that? Somebody what got to do it. There are no other options for you. That would explain why all your beats sound like somebody else. It ain't nothing. You don't have anything. Without them, you wouldn't have no beats, would you? I made my own sound. I didn't sit around and listen to anybody. There was no music playing. I wasn't trying to sound like anybody or anything. I made my own sound. You can't do that. If people like you're doing everything else up on these apps, but still can see what you can't do. I'm the one that can see what y'all can't do. You will forever have a problem with stuff. I see through it. I always have. The minute I spoke on it, ain't nothing changed. You know what? It's even more pitiful now than it ever been. No wonder stuff was all of this and all of that, and you know, and what all stuff was sucking and all of that. Yeah, that's all you got. If I had to guess, that's what you was seeing when your ass was locked up. That's what y'all do. Who's to say it ain't what you was doing? I wouldn't know. I wasn't in there with you. But I get it. I don't feel you or the other one. Put the two of y'all together, I don't feel you. You know, somewhat look white. Put the two of you together. Who's to say what all you ain't been doing? If you got some more stuff, drop that shit. Think I don't know what I'm dealing with? I know more now than I ever knowed. There's white devils up on here. Well, no, there's devils what look white up on here. Man, you just want to ride a coattail or somebody like that. I've seen you do it. That's how desperate you are. And then Tasha K, you're doing the same thing to her. You have to do that. You're reduced to that. You will forever have a problem with stuff. I guarantee you that. Forever. I seen where you started sitting on them steps in front of that. I'm assuming it was a probation office with your phone. One for stuff. You wouldn't know how to spell your job title. Security guard. I knew you was a fraud. Over on IMDb, you couldn't spell it. That's how I knew anybody can go over there and rig something up. That's what you did. You gotta do it. That's how I know you. You know what, folk like you will forever have a problem with stuff because of what you gotta do. And you got a lot of company, a lot of help. I mean, folk feel some kind of way. They just feeling that kind of way. What you just feeling about stuff, right? Stuff has something to say about them too, right? Probably so. Stuff don't fear evil. Y'all got these other folks shook. I ain't one of them. I ain't never been one of them. Do whatever it is you do. I know what evil does. I know why you do it. I know why you do what all you do up on here, right? I bet you still on Instagram, even though you're banned. You're still there. You're a predator. You preying on me virtually. I guess I'm supposed to be woe down or I don't know. You know what? No. See what's still doing. Well, no, you don't, do you? You hear it. Just that whole body of work, the range of all of that. Still did it. You know what? Still waited until it was a better way to do it than for the way we choose is doing it, right? And then now you're just gonna drop your 2024. Who is that person? I'll type their name in. See, I don't know these people. Not that I got nothing against them. It's just that, I can't keep up with everybody in the world and what everybody is doing. That's why Stuck is able to create Stuck's own sound. You can't do that. I mean, I mean, name it, you have done it. Okay, whoever this is, they're from Tennessee, a rapper, right? You on their Instagram, hmm. You on their Facebook and stuff, hmm. Huh? Hmm. I'm just asking. I ain't gonna play no your music neither. Anyway, this. Oh no, that's somebody else. I have an Instagram. You know. Well, you know that. Right? That how I got you banned off of Instagram 3 times. You're not supposed to be on there. You and I both know why. Because of their policy. Convicted sex offenders. They don't allow them on the platform. In fact, I guess you're still there. Let me check and see if you over here. Like I say, you can't never get back under your name. Let me find out you on here. You ain't here. You ain't on here up under your name. Ain't no way this you. If this is you, I'm gonna report you. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'll do it live. I don't fear you. Let this be you. I was gonna say it better not be you. You was gonna get reported. I wasn't gonna hide it. Who is you to me? You just any old body else up on the app. To me. Apparently I'm way more than that to somebody like you. I know why. You got a lot of company too, right? The envy in y'all. It eats you up, don't it? While you're busy counting numbers, right? The numbers you got don't make you feel no better about your situation because there's always gonna be somebody out there like stuff that can see through all of that. You a knockoff. Let me bring up who you knocked off. This is the only kind of research I do about you. Typing in whoever it is that chooses imitating. Okay, whoever this is, they have 9 million followers. Okay, I'm sure they have music and all of that. I don't know anything about them. Am I going to sub? No, because you'll have to look through 9 million accounts to try to find mine, wouldn't you? Okay, okay. Like I say, even on Instagram, you don't see. I don't be commenting under these folks stuff. You know why? 'Cause I know somebody like you out there. And you ain't the only one. That's what y'all do. Right. You won't stuck Facebook. It locked down. You won't stuck TikTok. It locked down too. You won't stuck Instagram. Stuck gave y'all that. Remember? Not the real one, but just one was stuff made up. Way stuff made up that TikTok. And that's something. It's so easy to outsmart a crook. Because they're always desperate. They're always desperate. You already know what they're going to do before they do it. Some kind of con, some kind of scheme, some kind of fraud. Some kind of lie. Right? I mean, I don't use respect on an app. I look at what you do. You just a mimic, a copy, a duplicate, you know, a imitation. I mean, I see it here and there and here. I mean, it's just everywhere. And you're so desperate. And let's talk about Teresa Martin. Kudos to her for getting that money. I hate that somebody out there like you know how much money she got. Right? Again, you would be stalking that woman for the rest of her life. I know you hated that she got that money. Somebody like you do. I'm happy for her. You hate it. Imagine the thousands of people just like you, right? What little crumbs they got? She got the jackpot. You can hear a pin drop around here, except for you and yours, right? What y'all does. I mean, y'all is preoccupied with stuff, right? Trying to get through some kind of way. You banned. I had to ban a whole rotten community. And I'm fine with it. It ain't nothing I would never want to be part of. No way. Not like that. I never needed it. I had my own voice before I ever heard of any of y'all. Without that dead girl, a lot of y'all wouldn't even have no voice. See how that works? Reel them back in. I don't know why you ever stopped doing it. You're a one trick pony, and basically, you're a one scam pony. That's what you are. All you're good at is what you did to her daughter. That's all you're good at. I'll give you that. And look how many of y'all it is. Look how many thousands that are just like you. I don't fear any of you. I see it for what it is. Always have. I didn't know black folks sat around and did that to somebody that lost their daughter. Y'all will. And let's talk about the curse. Ain't there many of you that are dead now? I know of three, if I'm not mistaken, or two at least, that I spoke on. Didn't have nothing to do with me. A lot of this stuff hit home for y'all. Some people you ain't gonna never hear them talk about it. You know why? Because they have done the most. And you know what the kicker is? Some of them can't even get into the account anymore. See how the universe works? I guess it you stuck for that. I knew it wasn't no good up in it. I knew you could be locked up before I know you ever had been locked up. I knew you could be locked up. You ain't above being locked up. The same kind of stuff that you did over there on Instagram, it's the same kind of stuff you do in your real life. That kind of stuff, believe me, you're gonna get locked up again. Won't have anything to do with stuff. And you'll deserve it too. You will. And stuff could be everything you said. And you know what? You can't be half of what stuck is. Ain't nothing there. Still see the beauty in it. Many of y'all. That's why you can't let stuff go, right? I don't have to go. I've always been. I never relied on a community to exist. I exist in my own right. But you will forever be tied to that dead girl. I mean, what is it now? I mean, there has to be a reason you stopped. Are they no longer cutting checks for that? Is YouTube no longer paying y'all to sit around and tell lies on that dead girl and her mother? It's blasphemy. I knew then y'all were evil. And but certain ones of y'all would stand out from the rest. Them the ones I talked about. And then I got sick of talking. I always called it for what it was. That should have told any of y'all. I ain't never been part of this. I spoke out against what I saw y'all doing. I didn't know black folks sat around and did shit like that. It was the most foreign shit to me I had ever seen. I had to talk about it and speak on it. And I don't give a fuck what no devil, demon, or whatever it is up on here. Whatever kind of monster. I don't fear any of you. I don't need help with none of y'all. I ain't right here digging in your life. I already know it fucked up. I ain't right here trying to find out your social media and follow you under some kind of bogus account to try to become a friend of a friend of a friend of a family member. Y'all got that kind of time on y'all hands. You know why? Because you can't do nothing else. Not really. What you're good at gets you locked up, right? Wasn't able to backstab stuff, could you? Wasn't able to do that. Not for lack of trying. Ooh, I can only imagine the ones I never even knew about. But I can feel it. The rot. So many of y'all is rotten. The core of you is rotten. That's why I did that live yesterday. Blocked by association. I don't want nothing to do with them. I don't want nothing to do with you neither. or anybody like you, or anybody that like you. I don't need that element. The whole criminal, dangerous, desperate, fraudulent element. Probably ain't nothing you won't do. I mean, to me, it was proven. I knew then it wasn't nothing y'all wouldn't do. I been knew that. In what, 2018? I knew it wasn't nothing y'all wouldn't do. It always baffled me. I would scratch my head. Because, see, I'm from out there in the real society where people work. It baffled me. I'm like, all these many black folks, and don't nobody see a problem with none of this? No, I knew how rotten. I knew for the volume of y'all, ain't nothing you won't do. Don't change for me. I mean, changing ain't gonna change your karma. It's not. Don't have anything to do with stuff. I know one thing. I didn't come on the app to do what y'all do. I was like, wow, really? To me, it was disgusting. Nobody I know would ever sit around and watch it. For some of y'all, weren't y'all like up for days watching this stuff, losing sleep and all this stuff? Building a camaraderie, building relationships based on death that's being exploited, and nobody got a problem with it. Ain't no way in the world I would want no parts or nothing like that. You can't exclude me from something. I wouldn't have shit to do with nothing like that. And kudos to the ones of y'all was proud to be part of that. The ones what comes and watches you and give you views, even this many years later. A man uses better than stuff, right? Be better. And take everything that come along with what all you done did. See, I don't have to research it. I know your life is fucked up. And I ain't never tried to stop you. Do what you do. Just take what all come along with it. Don't have anything to do with stuff. See, that's why y'all be thinking stuff is doing this and stuff is doing that. Still ain't doing none of that shit. You know why? Because still ain't like y'all. But that's what y'all sit around and do. That's why you think stuff doing it. Stuff don't have that kind of time. Stuff would never do what y'all sit around and did. You think I sit around and watch hundreds of videos with different lies about a dead black girl that has been exploited? And all these black folk and don't and it ain't not one decent one in the crowd that can see this for how fucked up it is. Ain't no way in the world I would ever want parts of no shit like that. That was in 2018. Ain't shit changed. I ain't never need none of y'all. I spoke if I ever heard of any of you. Folk got a problem with something. I said, folk, I even spoke on y'all. Folk know about me before I ever know about them. You know, these big folks around here, fuck them too. They just any old body else up on here. I've always seen it for what it is. I even spoke on that. Somewhat look white. Run tell that. I don't feel that neither. That's evil as fuck too. And they deserve whatever the fuck happened to it. Run tell that shit. Fuck that and anybody like that. Fuck you and anybody like you. Do what you do. I ain't trying to stop nothing y'all doing. Look how shit is fucking y'all up. I ain't over here paralyzed. Cause I'm so threatened by somebody that see me for what I am. Still see more now. Made it my business to know. These different psychopaths. Some what look white too. Don't get the game fucked up with stuff. Okay? Stuff will try to make something right, but at the end of the day, it's fuck you. You ain't all that. I ain't got to call your name now. See how that works? Fuck a click and a view. Long as your grimy ass get it. Sister, I don't care how you feel about whatever it is. You're entitled to that. Apparently, some people can't control their feelings, right? Some people let their feelings get them in a position to where karma has to pay them a visit because of the different things that, unbeknownst to stuff, well, the universe knows about those things, doesn't it? Got a problem? Have a problem with the universe. Have a problem with that. Because that's what's got stuck back. And the idea, right? Folks, I could care less about their life. They've been wanting mine for years. People you wouldn't even expect. Probably large YouTubers, right? Aren't they supposed to be large? And let's talk about that. I'm supposed to feel some kind of way because you got a bunch of people following you that'll do whatever you said. Do it. And watch what the universe gonna do to you. Right? Or somebody like you. I ain't over here trying to do all that shit to you. But I see what the universe is doing to y'all ass. I see that. I see that. And you know what that tell me? You always been rotten and up to no good. Who feel just nothing, nobody as folks at the end of the day? Well, I don't know. Maybe other folks see some stuff don't see. Well, that's what stuff see. Looked up and then I left. That was it. And I choose if I have anything else to say. Nobody else gets to make that choice for me. So you're going to always have a problem with stuff for the rest of your days. I can guarantee you that. Matter of fact, you got a problem now in 2024. I'm already giving it to you. So do what it is you do. And I still won't lift a finger to stop you. Do all of that. I know what y'all can't do though. You can't accept the fact that somebody out there like Stuck that you know what? Yeah, Stuck sees through all of this facade, all this fake phony, all this desperation, right? Stuck see a fake crown, right? Sitting on the head what look white, right? Think Stuck don't know ain't no hair on that head. Anybody and also let me say this. And I ain't taking shots at nobody that wear their hat inside the house. But when you find somebody that don't never take their hat off, even in that's the first thing I do when I walk in my door. They ain't got no hair around their face. They got a receding hairline or something going on. A lot of them have the nerve to sit up and talk about somebody else. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. I would think if you've been dishing something out by the thousands, you can take it. They can't take it. I've always seen through it. Like I said, if you ain't free balling, Stuck ain't interested. I'm good. And that's another problem too. Stuck is good. Still don't have to be reduced to doing all the different tactics that y'all do. That's how I know you're desperate for this. Because I feel like this. If you laying up somewhere paralyzed and you want to make sure that a 1 minute video come up on YouTube, that speak volumes. I saw that myself. I spoke on it. I can be cruel. It ain't like y'all don't deserve it. But I feel like the universe has given you what you deserve, whatever it is. I can see it. A lot of y'all audience like that too. I don't know what they mistreated. I mean, they parents didn't raise them. I mean, what did pastors fuck them and all that other different kind of stuff? Probably so. Don't have nothing to do with stuff. I ain't never sat around listening to y'all. Not y'all. So for the life of me, I can't figure out why anybody would keep watching. I never started. Now, if I'm guilty of anything, it was trying to make something right with some of these folk right here. But you know what? Fuck y'all. And you know who you are. I don't have to know who you are. I still know what you are. And it's a minute of you I'll never know about. Because I'm sure you did whatever it is you did, and ain't no record of you. They go to y'all too. If folk who know who y'all are. You feel special because Stuck don't know who you are. You know what? I know what you are. I know what you're doing. I know it's pitiful. I know that. You're pitiful. Have to sit around doing that for years. For years. You're doing it. It's pitiful. Stuck is in the driver's seat. Over here. But say that song and dance to the folks. What I don't know I don't know how many folks is falling for that. 600,000, 50,000, however it go. I mean, some folks just invested in y'all success. They're willing to pay for it. I mean, y'all are willing to pay for numbers too. I don't buy subscribers or any of that. Certain subs I don't want. Certain kind of folks I don't want watching me. I don't want that energy. I don't keep that kind of company. It ain't that kind of a party over here. Ain't shit to take. I ain't giving away nothing. And I'm sick of you stealing. But that's what rogues do. Then you wonder why stuff don't feel no kind of way if you end up in the penitentiary. I just got a bad feeling about something though. I do. I really do. I hope that lady is safe. I really do. I really do. Because I know the element, I know how desperate and hard up a lot of you are. I see the beauty in that. I may talk once a year about it. Well, this is that once. But no, I've always seen it for what it is. What I mean, how? What is folks supposed to feel special because they just part of something like that? And then they still have time to log in and out of accounts and do screenshots and recordings. It's sick, right? Following stuck around, thinking stuff, talking about y'all, still ain't even thinking about no monsters, and yet they hovering and lurking and stalking and looming for years. Folks still ever even heard of you. That's saying a lot. That's pitiful as fuck. That's some pitiful shit. And folks is trying to impress y'all. Folks want y'all click and y'all view. Y'all matters to them. Matter to them. Apparently, I don't see nobody building no channels and accounts named after y'all. What y'all up to? 4 or 5 on stuff now? Still got to be everything what it is to y'all monsters, ain't it? The destruction in you, right? I'll write off a whole community. It's rotten. I don't fuck with it. And if a whole community fuck with you, I don't want to fuck with the whole community. How about that? I've proven that. So uses all that. Well, be all that. From what I'm seeing, ain't no way you can be. Needs help. Ooh, go over there and help her build a channel back up, or help him this, or help her that, or all of that. And then the ones was just it's like they're sitting on pause. The one that stuck and came on here and mortified you, you're sitting on pause. But you know what Stuck discovered? It's just like Stuck said that yesterday to you, ain't it? You'll never forget that. You were talking about it and the passion in that. I'm like, how can somebody be that passionate about something that happened when I don't even remember when it happened? It's like it's a fresh wound for you, isn't it? If I had to guess, you're doing the most. I'm sure you've been consulted, right? And others, the whole been verified. And these dope fiends trying to get in your real life is pitiful. Ain't no homicides over here. And some of y'all will go to prison for poor white trash. It's sick. Over an app. Some of y'all being ran. Poor white trash running niggas on an app. I guess y'all runnable. But in hindsight, all of it was a setup. There's some people knew that it was some sick folks out here over here with y'all. They wanted stuff to talk about them. And as it turns out, some of them was already stalking stuff. Folks don't ever even heard of them. Ain't that something? It's creepy. It's creepy. And then pitiful too. It's the most beautiful thing. See, I can talk about it now. Let me see, did I turn the clothes on in this? Did I turn the dryer on? Hope I did. Oh, excuse me. But that's it. It's just what it is. Ain't none of my business. I didn't. I never turned it on. Ain't none of my business. Do you? I mean, I hope you got a roof over your head. You shouldn't be worried about what roof is over stuck head. Well, no, I'm just more concerned about what. See, and I see how sick that is. No, I want to record stuff and do whatever with stuck stuff. I see how sick that is. You got to draw attention to yourself. And by doing that, they'll tell stuff you is really sick. Some of the sickest ones in the head. Because the folk like y'all, I ain't got to put no name and no title. I ain't got to do nothing. Except create, right? A whole body of music. Song, 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 song after song. Or beat or track or whatever it is. I don't keep up with it. It come natural stuff. I mean, let's just get down to the heart of the matter. It come natural. Y'all gotta fake it. And I guess you've been around so many fake folks that you can't realize there's somebody. And you want to drag stuck down in the ditch that you in. Well, I don't know. Work yourself sick trying to do it. Ain't no recall gonna do it. And whatever I said up on here, I meant it. Every word of it. Whatever you got recorded, it don't matter what it is. If it were talking about you, stuff meant every single word of it. And there's many of you. And the stuff said is still meant it. Undo that. Then you done did something. Need some help. World can't help you with that. Just like the world can't help you from it just can't help you from I don't even know what how to say. In other words, those are the cards you was dealt. Okay, you had to be the kind of person that you know you have to study folks. You have to try to copy or emulate or make up. It ain't. It's something has to be exterior from you for you to even exist. You ain't. It ain't nothing to work with. So you always gonna feel some kind of way. I wouldn't be. It would not shock me if the whole community feels some kind of way. Because you got to be related in some kind of way. What the glue? What is holding y'all together? Still can talk about the glue. I don't want to be part of it to the point where no, I see it, but I'm gonna look the other way like I don't see it. No, and I don't need nobody telling me what I see either. Y'all can go. I don't know. Wake up and tell somebody. Listen to somebody tell you what you see and what you hear. You do that. Ain't that how all this is rigged up over here? Fuck over here. Not over here on my channel. Where my channel at? The filth and the garbage that's over here. It's not like I didn't know it. I knew it in 2018. I knew it. Didn't know that me talking would put me over here with it. But here I'm is. And I still don't want no parts of it. Didn't want no parts of it then. Ain't shit changed. Don't want no parts of it now. The only difference is now a whole community is banned. Fuck you and anybody like you. Or anybody that like you. Don't show off for stuff. Stuff ain't looking. If you ain't free balling, stuff will not be watching. And the whole community as a whole can feel however it wants to feel about that. Stuff don't give a fuck. I don't need you for anything. Don't need your permission. I ain't seeking. It's just nothing. I got a voice regardless. I got a voice before. I got a voice after. I ain't lapping up behind none of these folks. Y'all the ones that have been doing that for years. I don't want folk like that around me. Just pitiful. Nah, I'm good. I ain't trying to interact with you like that. Tried it. Didn't judge none of you. and you was rotten to the core. I don't fuck with you. And I can't have been the first. Ain't no way in this world I'm the first. And kudos to the other folk that don't fuck with you either. Lying, thieving rogues, frauds, con artists, scammers, liars, crooks, knockoffs, copycats. I will write about every one of y'all I spoke on that I ever spoke on. And I must say that ever. I was right about it. So I understand why you might feel some kind of way. Because Stuck hit the nail on the head. Stuck was right about y'all grimy ass. And I ain't never wanted to fuck with you. I always spoke out against what y'all sat around and did. Now it's worse. Don't look around for stuff. Look around for karma. Or what the universe got waiting for you. Don't have anything to do with stuff. Do what you do. I ain't never tried to stop you. Don't do that shit over here. You ain't welcome around me. To be honest with you, I just don't want you around me. Ain't no good gonna come out of it. Mm-mm. I see it. I actually looked and reflected back on that this year. I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't never want y'all around me. And you know who you are. You know who you are. You know what you've done. You know what you've thought. You know what you've said. You know what you've heard. You know what you participated in. You know what you've given your time to. You know who you are. You know what all you've done. I don't need to know. Universe keep up with that kind of stuff. Karma makes sure it pays y'all a visit. Don't have anything to do with stuff. Ain't an account gonna change that. Ain't a channel gonna change that. Ain't no video gonna change that. Ain't no upload. Ain't no premiere. We ain't never got to worry about a lie, cause you ain't gonna never say none. You're pitiful. You're like looking up to a crack hole in the hood. I want to be like you one of these days. It's just that pitiful. They like that. I see it for what it is. It's sad. But you don't look like one. You know, you got to put on a show. You got to make it seem like you're not, but you really are, though. Well, maybe I can do it too. You know, make it seem like I'm someone that I'm not. Now, you're monsters. I still see it. It's ugly too. It's the ugliest thing. Don't never wonder why stuff don't want to be around you. And there's too many of you to name. And if you're blocked by association, you know what that means? That meant that you were fine with what all these folk did to stuck. So fuck you too. And I don't need no help. The world ain't gonna be able to help y'all with stuff. I don't need no help. Never needed help. Had a voice before I ever even heard any of you. Ask some of them. I'm sure they've been outraged like you are. There's some somewhere else feeling the same way, brewing, stewing. Hmm. You ain't that special. Just another statistic. Somebody else that's off their rocker. Somebody else who's deranged. Okay? Somebody else that still controls. And don't even want to. But you want control stuff. I can talk about anybody on this app if I want to. I choose not to. Ain't nothing to say. I mean, things just is what it is. I've seen it. I mean, it's really not anything I really want to be talking about. But I'm gonna make sure y'all hear this over here. I'm gonna make sure y'all hear this. And the reason I want y'all to hear it is because if you fuck with some of these monsters right here that I would never fuck with, and you know all the fuck shit that they done did and are capable of and will do, fuck you too. You made your choice. Don't fuck with me. You never welcome back around me ever. And I don't feel no kind of way about it. Apparently y'all do. Hmm. Oh, you just gonna add stuff. Yeah, you feel some kind of way about it. You ain't the only one. You don't even count. I don't feel whoever is at the top of this shit. I don't feel them. Who logs up onto an app to be in fear? I guess y'all say, well, collectively you can instill fear. Maybe in some of these folks, maybe y'all have some of these folks shook like that. I ain't these folks. I ain't never claimed to be them. I ain't never wanted to be them. So do what it is you do. I ain't never tried to stop you. Do it and take everything that come along with it. In certain cases, you know what? You were already your debt was paid before you committed it. Or however that go. You got the karma before you did the deed. It was done in reverse, and now there's even more karma. And and that's the sweetest kind. Them the ones was latched on the stuck like glue. They want so bad to act out that whole destructiveness in them. They think stuff's supposed to fear it. I don't fear evil. I don't fear evil. Whoever is evil, it ain't in my nature to fear it. I've never feared it. And then the ones was wants for the hit stuck with their fist and all of that. You know what? That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Oh, and they want to have it streamed so folks can see it. Right. Straight up narcissist. A psychopathic white looking narcissist. I see that for what it is now. You been gone before this app, before YouTube. You been in a bad way. Fact again, you was around showing yourself. I'm assuming for to try to see maybe if it was anybody in the world what didn't have no problem with what how white you look. And now you flicked it because of the grimy ass shit that you done did up on here where stuck is concerned. Like I said, people can dish that shit out. You can't take it. I don't need no help with you. You need all your followers to help you with stuff. And you still do. That's why you need things to be recorded so the followers can see it. Without those followers, you ain't nothing. And when it comes to stuff, you ain't nothing with them. Now I see you. You just in that old something what look white around here to stuff. And you ain't even white. But you are a white devil. I give you that. Believe me, if I ever tagged you, it was because I was on here saying some shit that I wanted you to hear, not because I want to tie myself to you some kind of way. And believe me, as far as you being, superior to me, tell yourself that. Some people look to see how white something can look. And then when they get tired of looking, then they look somewhere else. And shout out to the black community post that I posted. That's what you call a black dick. Free balling. Okay? It ain't like stuff missing out on nothing. Know that. And I didn't even have to go looking for that. The universe served that up to stuff. Stuff like what the universe served up to stuff. Do y'all like what the universe is serving up to you? Huh? I imagine you don't. Ain't no way you can be. Right? He wants to share that with stuff. Stuff don't want none. It's still good. Okay, ain't no blessing up in none of that. None of it. Some of you, all the money in the world, it's not gonna be able to fix you. There's many of you like that. You're at the point of no return. I don't mind talking. I can chop this up into 100 shorts, and other people will hear about y'all. You do know that, right? Other people will hear what I'm saying about you. You monsters. You know who you are, and you know what you do. You know what you're a part of. You know what you're loyal to. Stop know you're evil. Maybe people around the world need to know there's evil out there in this world. You know what? Still gonna make sure that a few of them find out about it. I'm gonna be having something to sell my shorts now. And I'm not at a shortage of content. I'm creating it now. Ain't no script. I don't need a pen or pad. I ain't got to listen to nobody else and record and study somebody else for to try to figure out how I'm gonna say whatever it is I'm gonna say. I leave that up to y'all. Your knockoffs, mimics, copycats. imitators, frauds. I haven't called anybody's name. Not of who I'm addressing. See, I ain't around here trying to look white. Like, oh, that's some, talent, that's some skill. Uh, I would think it's a deficiency. It's null and void of melanin is all it is. It might as well be a handicap. See, still has hair around stuff face. I ain't sitting up in the house with no hat on my head. I guess did nobody raise y'all. I think you were raised. I just think maybe you're trying to hide that you have a receding hairline or that you have to shave your head because your hair don't grow all the way around your face no more, if it ever did. I mean, folks wants to see around stuff face, don't they? It's none of your business. See, I ain't never came up on here. Ooh, here, here is my name, and here is my life. And no, I ain't never needed nothing like that. Ooh, and look how white it is when I look all over the internet, and everything. And then even before YouTube, I was in a group was some kind of a what's look white group or some shit. It's pitiful. Be glad I don't come up on here and discuss you by name. Because it will never be about a click interview. It will be about you hearing me and what I really think about your white looking devilish ass. Uses a straight up devil. And you know what? And you deserve what the fuck happened to your ass. See, I remember when you was on here threatening me, right? I guess you're gonna have to hit stuff with your good hand now, right? Threaten to punch stuff again. I want to know what the universe gonna do with your other arm. Do it. If you're thinking it, you might as well say it. It's still a sin if you're thinking it. If I had to guess, you've thought it. Matter of fact, you even referenced something to that. I don't really. I mean, who gets off on a fist? That's about it, right? That's about all there is to somebody like you. I see that. That's all it boils down to. And it's sad. You know what that tells stuff? You ain't got nothing up here. Nothing. I could pick you apart intellectually. I can. But it would be a waste. Let them folks, what's over there, make it think that, because you's is so white looking, uses all of this and that and the other. Hmm. If you got something on stuck, drop that shit. That's why I son it to your white looking ass. Drop that shit. Drop it. If you feel the need to drop it, drop that shit. That's why I son it to you to drop it. Now drop it. And stop thinking about stuff. Stop referencing stuff. I thought you had Move the fuck on. Ain't you supposed to be a king? What, a white looking king? Well, why in the fuck is you so hung up on stuff? I know why. You just a random nothing, just like a lot of the other folks is. And you're feeling some kind of way. Because I don't see you, however it is you got it yourself painted up to be. I don't see none of that shit. I always see through it. I ain't never watched you like that. Just a bunch of fluffy white looking feathers in a white looking pillow. Can't even pull that off, can you? Man, you wants to bust that mouth, huh, that you see. Does that make your dick hard thinking about busting stuck in the mouth? If I had to get right about now, that ain't what you thinking about. That ain't what you thinking about, is it? I ain't gonna say nothing else. Buy you some Gucci slippers, right? You seem like that type. Ooh, I really just need to feel good about myself. Let me buy me some Gucci slip. You know what? Stop wearing socks. hmm Just socks. That's all I need for right now. Cause my bedroom shoes is in the dryer. I ain't got to get on here and put on airs. And I damn sure ain't researching your life. If I had to guess, you've been spending years trying to find mine. That's how grimy your ass is. You just a grimy, white looking ass. You just tan. A tan tin man. I don't fear you. I don't fear any of y'all. I don't fear any of you monsters. Any of you. See, I ain't up on here threatening you, and I ain't damn sure ain't looking up your life. I don't give a fuck about it, because I know it can't be all that if you're spending years trying to get to mine. Still got to be the most special thing, what it is. Man, y'all's a studying stuff. Huh? It's you some started trying to what said different things, what Stuck said, what trying to what Stuck could help y'all. But Stuck realized no, you can't help yourself. I ain't know people get latched on to you like that. I mean, damn, you ain't doing nothing else. There ain't nothing else you can do. Ain't this a murder or a death or a decapitated baby or something that you got to make some kind of exploit for a coin, some kind of way? It's pitiful. There's some pitiful white looking shit that you spew out over there. Yeah, face to face with somebody like me, the only thing you can do is ball up your fist and want to fight. And that would be the end of it. You can't fight no other kind of way. You've lost every other fight there was. The probably what got you like that. You just couldn't get your hands a hold of stuff. It probably fucked your ass up. I heard you talk about it over there. You had a lot to say about stuff. Man, you've been listening in to see how many times stuff been talking about you. Tell you the truth, you hadn't even been on stuff radar. Till I realized you is the most evilest person I have ever ran across. that look white. So it's fuck you. I really wish you would leave me out of your content over there. Stop referencing me. Stop watching me, stalking me, trying to find out my life, my family, my parents. Because I'm sure you want to know about my parents, don't you? More than anything. That's what you want to know. I don't know what happened to yours. Didn't nobody murder mine. I guarantee you that. I ain't around on the internet looking for whatever kind of fucking tragedy to exploit for a coin. You are fucked up mentally. You are psychotic. Ain't no way you can't be. I can only imagine what you were doing before YouTube. There's some sick motherfuckers up on here. And I guess they have all these folk making them think that they're invincible. I don't fear evil and use it as a straight up white looking devil. That's what you are. Serve that up to them. Recall the shit. Stuff don't give a fuck. Stuff don't fear you or anybody like you. Okay, you got something on stuff. Drop that shit. I mean, these folk around here will pay for it. Drop that shit. That's the reason I signed it to you. Drop it. Better yet, threaten stuff over there. Because I would love to see what the universe got for the other side of your body. You know, the part what ain't paralyzed? That part. That part of your body. And I don't give a fuck what happened to you. Your grimy ass deserved it. What the fuck haven't you done where stuff is concerned? I'll never know. I'm sure some of the most grimiest shit ever. And all the threats. Well, universe didn't threaten you, did it? Karma just came in and what, paralyzed the whole side of your body? I don't know. You know, I don't fear y'all monsters. Okay? I never did. I was shocked. I didn't know people sat around doing that on the app. Now I know why you do it. But you wait on me to fear it here, y'all. You wait on it. I ain't built like that. I don't fear you. I see right through you. I always have. I won't lift a finger to help any of you with anything. And you wait on me to ask you to help me with anything. I don't need your help for nothing. I ain't never needed you for nothing. I ain't know folks that intimidated out there in the world on a virtual app. Worry about who I'm talking about. Why? Because they helped you. You needed help, didn't you? Of course you did. You needed help. Get somebody to help you look black. Then you done pull something off. Other than that, you ain't did nothing. You just somewhat look white up on the app. That's it. And like I said, if you ain't free balling, Stuck ain't looking. But you grimy as fuck. I ain't never really came on here and really talked about you as a person. I talked about what you do. Don't get me to get up on here and start telling you how I feel about you. Because it'll be even uglier than what I've ever said about you. Leave all that fuck shit for those simple minded folks over there that's looking up to you like you're just some kind of white looking king or whatever it is. Whatever it is you portraying yourself to be, still know you flicked it. I know that. You flicked it. That's what we call it. Flicked it. The whole side of your body is flicked it. You can't walk in a straight line. One of your hands is whiter than the other one. I didn't think that was possible. Don't get me started on you. Don't make me do what I said I would not do. But I damn sure don't fear any of you monsters up on this bitch. I don't fear you. Do what it is you do, but take what come along with it. Don't have anything to do with stuff. Has everything to do with you. And I don't give a fuck about your circumstance or your predicament. Don't have shit to do with stuff. As far as stuff is concerned, your grimy ass deserved it. Whatever it was.